Hi there. So in this video, I'm going to explain to you how the teach back sessions work. Okay. So a teach back session, um, this is a method that is designed to help us ensure new hires not only understand their responsibilities, but are also confident and clear in executing them. So it serves as a way for managers to validate knowledge retention, reinforce accountability, and uncover any gaps early on. Okay. So let me go ahead and share my screen here. And I would like to mention that this strategy is actually applicable to any type of business, especially startups, and regardless of any industries. Okay. So the people that are usually involved in this process would be the direct manager, could be the owner or the manager, and the newly hired team member. All right. So this is a quick overview and a written guide on how to execute that process. Um, but again, to give you a high level overview of how of what's it about. Again, it's just a one-on-one session between the manager and the new hire. So what you want to do is book a 30-minute session every week with the new hire after you train them on a specific task, right? And just ask them to share their screen and ask them to teach you how it is to execute a specific task. As simple as that. Again, there's a lot of benefits in doing this. Number one is it reinforces the learning through verbalization and visualization. It helps the manager um, identify and check if the new hire really does understand the task. Also, at the same time, while you're doing this, as you record your weekly sessions, the teach back sessions, you can go ahead and compile the videos every week, every session. You can put this in, as in your project management tool or a Google document, and that can serve as the business playbook or the company manual that you're going to build out for that particular position. So yeah, it's very, very simple yet effective. So again, teach back session is a structured one-on-one call where the team member explains or teaches back how a specific task is done on a step-by-step basis. Okay. The goal is not to quiz them, but to actively engage them in articulating what they've learned and how they apply it. Okay. So, like I said, how this works is just have the VA. First of all, you're gonna have that initial meeting together. Ask the VA to identify their key tasks, like have them list down their responsibilities, right? And then identify which responsibilities are most critical and which responsibilities are being done on a regular basis, right? So you might want to go ahead and start with those tasks that are very important because you want to go ahead and review them first, make sure that they won't mess up, right? And then that's when you go ahead and schedule as a manager, that's when you schedule that weekly one-on-one session. It doesn't have to be in a full hour. You can just go ahead and have that session like maybe 30 minutes max, 45 minutes max. And then that's when you go ahead and conduct that teach back session. So I have here a format that I recommend that you follow. This is just a suggestion. But to keep it organized, you want to go ahead and start the session by having that new team member define the task that is being done. Number two is the frequency. How often is this task being performed? It can be in a daily, weekly, or every month end. And then approver, who's going to be the person that needs to approve that report or task. It can be the manager or the business owner or someone else within the team. And then number four, this is very important. The definition of done. DoD. What does success look like for this task? So it can be in the form of a final email report to the business owner, or it can be in a form of an uploaded document, or it can be in a form of, let's say, a finished blog article, right? After you proofread it. So it can come in different forms. What is important is that you define what is the definition of done to make sure that it's clear on both parties. Okay, and then next is just a brief description of why is this task relevant to the business? Why is it important? And how does this impact the team or the business? All right, it's important that this part is being mentioned or reviewed to make sure that the task that you hire is working on is something that's really impacting the business, not just giving them a task for the sake of them being busy. All right, we want to make sure that the time that we invest on, or the things that our newly hired spends on, are things that are actually moving the needle, right? So I think that's important. Just a quick one-liner explanation of why it is important. And then lastly, number 6 is, I think this is where a huge chunk of the time will be spent on. And that is the actual step-by-step process explanation. This is the part wherein the VA should go ahead and share their screen and instruct or teach their direct manager how to execute a specific task, right? So like explain it to them in a way um, wherein you want to go ahead and like make it look like the manager doesn't actually know um, how to do that specific task, right? You want to make sure that you explain it very clear, very specific, in a way wherein a person who's going to do it for the first time will be able to easily understand it and repeat it for you, right? Because at the end of the day, the people who will watch that recording will be the actual new hire who will take over that role. All right. So you want to make it clear. You want to make it specific. So again, that's it. Those are the main gist of what the Teach Back session is about. And again, just a quick overview. The people responsible for this is the account manager, the manager or the owner, and the new hired team member. The benefits of this is that you can, as you go ahead and do this on a weekly basis, this will slowly build up your business playbook, and you can use the video recordings as a video guide to help new hires train them and get them up to speed, right? And this is also a way for you to have that some sort of a check and balance to make sure that the VA really understands how to execute that specific task. Okay, so that's it. I hope this helps. Let me know if you have any questions or if you have any suggestions. We're always open to improving our processes. And again, see you in the next video. Let me know if you have any questions.